Okay, hello my fellow Foas. So I'm finally gonna be watching day 2 of the AHOFOHA FanCon. So hopefully things go a little bit well this round because I know for the day 2, obviously there was a lot better fan cams I feel like for day 2, and obviously they actually had the little star for the ending. I think a lot of people ended up missing that part because I think maybe they weren't expecting them to have that song after as like a second encore, right? But yeah, so hopefully things go well. If there are a couple of like breaks here and there, it's probably because I'm gonna be looking for like another point of view of the fan cam if I didn't like the first one. But hopefully for the most part it should be underneath the same account. But we're just gonna go ahead and watch, y'all. So we're starting off with Everything Is Love, and I think you actually get to see the front view for a lot of the fan cams that I found this time around because I'm like, yay! Like I think that's always better quality to watch like the from the front cam instead of like the side is a little bit harder, you know what I mean? If you have like a side seat, like I mentioned in the day one state I think it was day one stages or the day one the actual like ment and stuff like that. I'm assuming they probably like, came up from the bottom, maybe? Because like, there's a little like thing, like a little platform, maybe. Oh, it kind of looks like the same clock that they had for the AAAs. Also, we get to see like their actual logo on the top. Everything is love. Also, it's interesting how they went with like I mentioned before, how they went with Everything Is Love as an opener for like the fan con, because you know usually I feel like you see like a lot of people like do like a dance song first to like open up with the energy instead of like a slower song, you know. Every chance that I get, I'ma thank ya. I will say, like, whenever I go to a concert, I do prefer, like, maybe the second level, like, not, it, you know, the one before you get onto, like, the floor, because I feel like you're not craning your neck to look up if you're, like, on the floor and if the stage is elevated, you know what I mean? I just feel like it's always more comfortable, in my opinion, like, not having to, like, just be right there, you know, like, with the upper level. I mean, like I said, the floor is great and everything. Like, but I think it's just a matter of like preference too. Oh, he went back to like the original there. I like how you can hear people doing the fan chat though, because like, I feel like that's a given. Wait, what was that? What was that? What was that? Who is he throwing it? He did it to Steven! Stop! I was like, what the heck? I'm like, who is he doing that to? Like I said, I feel like they get more comfortable for like the day 2 because, you know, like the jitters of the first day kind of get, you know, through the first day, and then like now they're like, okay, like we kind of like can fix whatever, like if we weren't satisfied with a certain like part of what they did, you know. Hold me back, lost in a dream but falling fast. Oh, got louder all of a sudden. But then, yay, we get to see like a better, like, cause like the side view was not doing it for me with this, like, and it was like so hard to find. I feel like there's a lot of like moves that they like incorporated from their other songs in this one. Obviously, like they always do like the, like I said, the AHOF like shaped like window with the arms, and then the arm, like this hand thing, obviously from Rendezvous and from Pinocchio. What you wanted now and that dog a lighter. Hey! Eyes on you. Oh, that's cute! Eyes on you. then they always like to do like the two different lines. I will say that I feel like this is definitely a lot harder again than Rendezvous, you know? Just so time to shine, shine. Feels like star, star. We're my universe. Let's go! Yeah, I'm still like surprised that was Schreiber doing that part first and then it's JL. Oh, the back hug! Ah! Ah, cute! Oh, like the that's I love that a little turn. Ah, cute! Ah, yeah. For real though, like I feel like I said, I get this was definitely a better like fan cam for like I think it's always better and nicer to see it from like a center point of view because you can see like the whole choreo as like a whole and like everything, and you notice a lot more than that. That's why I'm saying like I think obviously like it's nice to have like a floor seat, and I feel like more so like if you're gonna get floor seat, I feel like you should do it like from like the in front of like the extended stage, like, and that's just my opinion. Like it depends on like also I know ticketing is really hard in general for Korea, so like it's hard anywhere to be honest, I feel like, but for sure it's harder in Korea. But I think it's nicer to get that if you're gonna get floor, get like in front of the get in front of the extended stage if there is one, because you know then you can just like zoom in and you don't have to be like craning your neck. Like you're still craning your neck looking upright, but if you're like on the side, you're not gonna get completely just like side or like back views of them. Cause even though like, they did like turn around a couple of times, or like did like that rotating like thing where they kind of make sure everyone kind of got like somewhat like interaction. Like I think it's just better to do it or like get like a higher up seat and be like in the center than it is on the side. That's just my opinion, but that was so cute. I really like the choreo they did for that. Like I said, it's interesting for me. Like I always mention how obviously like the title track is already hard, right? But then with the B-side, like it being more cutesy, you would think it's like, oh, they're gonna make it maybe a little bit easier, but that's never the case. The B-sides are always like as hard, or if not twice as hard of the choreo than the title track, which I'm just like, oh, like they really like went all in for the B-sides for sure. Like I said, for especially for like I said, running at 1.5 speed is also like, I think I always say like that choreo is a lot harder than Pinocchio. And then for Rendezvous, obviously like the B-side we got for them was the Universe, right? And that I think the Universe is hard as well, but I would have to say I think the Cosmic Underdog is even harder than the Universe and harder than Rendezvous, I feel like, because like it's just a lot of like details that they put in to make like certain gestures, and like I said, to I guess represent the lyrics of the song that they've been doing. Like I think they've been trying to like make that a whole thing for them for sure. So it's definitely, you can definitely see it, right? But we're just gonna move on, y'all. I'm excited to see like a better cam for this too, because like I said, I love that like Chen started it off. I can't remember who sang the original part. I know someone in the last video told me like a detailed like thing, but like I was like, okay, like I read part of it, but then like I'm not gonna remember it every time, you know? say, like, I'm very, like I mentioned before in the first performances, I'm like surprised with how they ordered the songs, because usually I feel like they always like couple all of the slower songs together whenever people do like the set list. But I guess it's like better because it gives them a chance to like catch their breath, because they're not like, constantly moving and dancing like with the other songs, you know? Ah, I remember that. They were like, I know it is harder, like, if you're up on an upper level to get interaction, right? But I don't know. I just prefer being up higher. Like I said, definitely prefer like this view over the like side view of the floor. Yeah, see, maybe like they like were considered enough to like go around in a circle to like make sure everyone kind of got a little bit of interaction. And then they went straight to the universe! Not the universe, the run of 1.5 speed, and then the universe. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go! 그러기로 해도 내 숨이 차게 running, I'm running. 바라고까지. Ah, cute! Speed it up. So never ends. I will say this is my first time seeing like that the camera people are this close to the stage. Go for it all day. No, yeah, go for it all day. No. Go for it all Go for it all day. Yeah, all day. Yeah. Sweet fantasy. Yeah, yeah. Stuck in magic. No, I can't wait it, I can't wait it. Bagashing, bagay, bagatan, so good with a moonlight. Good awesome God, good as all good, not that God. Good thing that your teacher, that you're wrong. 모두 함께 걷자. 그들이 쏟는 잡을까? We fall, we rise. 더 높이 올라봐. 할게 we 발견은 너와 함께 먹고. 그 바람의 위를 달려갈 거야. Baby, now you lights me up. 서로들의 rainbow clubs. 뜨뜻뜨뜻 소면에. You see, like, I like that they did this though. You know, they actually went around in a circle and like changed up so everyone could kind of get a nice view of the song. Because like from what I'm seeing now, like I think there was no like seats in front. It's all camera crew and like sound crew, and then all the seats are just on the sides and on the top of this venue. So please don't stop. The dupe shit, check. I'ma take my shot, my shot. So it's like it's very considerate of like the using up of like the whole stage to make sure they face everyone. We fall, we rise. The no be all about but it definitely makes it harder like for the transitions of like learning them again, because you have to like make sure you're facing the right direction. Cute. I moved way too far into it. I was like, wait. Sweet fantasy. Okay, so excited. Let's go! Oh, before we start, I did see, like, I know someone asked me to react to Jules' live that they did, like, yesterday or the day before, and I am going to be watching it, but I have been seeing so many clips of it on my feed, like, everyone, like, doing their translations, that I can't help but be like, oh my god, like, I have to see what they're talking about, so, like, obviously I have a lot of it already spoiled. And obviously one of the things like that I had asked too, I was wondering, I was like, oh, how did they go about choosing who was going to do like each stage? Because I was like very surprised that Daisuke did mic drop. But apparently they said in that live that Daisuke was originally supposed to do pop. And I think JL wasn't going to do pop. But Chen really wanted to do pop with JL. And Daisuke was like, you know what, I kind of want to try something different. So I want to do mic drop. And I'm just like, there you go. There's the answers that I was wanting, and that makes complete sense now. Also, I felt like maybe he Daisuke wants to like show a little bit more of like his cooler side instead of like the cutesy side, because obviously like he is the magne and that's what he's known for. But you know, like I said, it's very nice to see like that different like side to him. So I was like, okay, yeah, I like that. So I'm happy we got that answer already, because I was really wondering how they went about deciding that. And also I do love that like Chen was just like, I want like JL, like I want to do the stage with you. Like I love that. like I said, I 100% was like, I think Chen was the one who suggested this song. Woo! Go pop, finna go pop. Ah! Finna go pop, finna go pop, finna go pop, 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 pop. Ah! This part, like, live. Like I said, Wish just has those songs that have a good like breakdown, like melodic part, like always. Hey. Go pop, go pop. Pop, 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 pop. The way I have been doing this move like around my house since seeing this cover, y'all, like, it's that bad. It's just like once I like see once like choreo or like or start hearing a song, like it sticks to me and I'd be doing it for who knows how long after until I get another song, get onto another song, you know? Let's go! I'm fine, sorry. Me and it will work. Me and it will work. Got to go to like us, me and it on my. I do it, about to do it. I didn't realize Dusky was doing that part. Live your life, man. Like I said, two very different like concepts that they went with was like, which I feel like it makes sense, like to have the cutesy and then the strong side. But yeah, I really hope in the future we do get to see him do like a strong concept, because I just think it would be something like a completely on a different level, and I feel like everyone would be like blown away, right? But okay, I do know that they ended up changing. Instead of it being Ignition, it ended up being Mamma Mia that they did after We Ready. So. Hey! Let's go! Woo! I just realized that I guess Chen decided to leave his jacket open this time because it was like he was having trouble like unbuttoning it or like getting the string of like chains off to open it. We go. Let's go! Let's go! Ah! Yeah, because you can see they're a lot more comfortable with like doing like these like chant things to like get everyone hyped up. Whereas like in the first day they were kind of like a little bit like testing the waters and like hesitant. Let's go! Woo! Oh, they threw it a little bit later than Han did there. Let's go! Yeah, so Chen back doing, like, getting carried again. Same. The first... Same, I would freak out too. mean, like, they are saying a lot more, I feel like, things to hype up the crowd than they were for day one. Show them who we are. Woo! Yay, let's go. I still think it's wild that they did butterfly in these outfits, y'all. Like, it's very giving like Dark Prince vibes with like the black and like the leather. So I'm like always. That's why I'm also like interested in like how they went about dividing or deciding like the set list and like when they would change. You know. See, they're doing a lot like more different things with like their gestures for sure. Like, he just smacked his butt. I'm dead. Like they're just being so much more playful. Like you can tell like how much like the nerves are kind of like worn off a little bit. So they're just like excited and happy. Straight to Pinocchio. Yeah, that was Woongi's part before, right? 기겨워져 전한 만큼 달고는 말 것 같아 오늘은 솔직히 편히 용기가 필요하잖아 너희들 미련을 설득을 부려서 잘못을 보여줄게 Don't leave me can think of anything that 네가 착각되게 많이겠죠 내 소리를 견뎌낸 이지만 알리겠다 기다려요 언제일지 몰라도 이면 이미 늦어질 때지 신경만 하면 늘 지킬 수 있을까 I think they give Shuaipo a hand mic now. He didn't have a high mic on day one. Oh yeah, someone told me it was Shuaipo and JL used to do that part. Now it's Juwon and Chen again, right? Same though. I love that they, like I said before, that they put like the fans kind of like in the starry sky background. What was that? Like they're definitely being a lot more playful, like day 2 for sure. I think they used to praise that used to be. this is what I mean. Like I feel like usually you put like all of like the softer, like slower songs like together, but it's very interesting how they went about like separating, you know, having different sections of it, you know? Everyone's just picking confetti out of there! Did he just go like that to Han and Han just went like... He's like, yeah, he's like, where are you going? He's like, leave me alone. Oh, they're a mess. Ah, cute! That's right on the beat. Oh, they're like, let the walking to end.
포화들 얼굴 이렇게 다시 보니까 진짜 너무
Oh. As a little Star enthusiast, like y'all know, like I've been excited to see like them do this again. He picked the confetti right now, didn't he? I think it's also a different banner this time for day 2. Like, I need you to stay. He's like, I saw someone up on the second level. stop. Like, this is supposed to be like a sentimental song. Like, what are you doing? Everyone comes back running. It's the end.
근데 이렇게 앞에 있으니까 포화도 진짜 더 잘 보인다. 너무 잘 보인다.
근데 저희 어제처럼 여기 조명 한 번만 살짝 들려주실 수 있나요? 2층 포화도 보고 싶어요.
2층 포화! 다 찍어주면 안 되겠죠? 여기 있어.
They're like, we're making sure we can see you up there too.
나도 안 끝내고 싶어. 그냥 여기서 자. 여기서 자. 좀 불편하겠지만 포화 괜찮아요? 여기서 여기 딱 할까요? 좋아. 내일 월요일인가?
They're like, we're being blasted by the light. We can't see up there.
우리도 일어나야 돼서. 네. 저희 이렇게 하루 종일 있고 싶지만
He's like, 너무 귀여워.
그냥 이곳에 와서 저희 여기 앞에서 잘 보이는 데서 한번 단체 인사로 마무리하겠습니다. 네. 그럼 지금까지 아하였습니다. 감사합니다.
나도 사랑해.
네. 다 같이 잘 보일 수 있게 본무대에서 한 번 더.
수고했어요.
누가 시간 좀 멈춰줘. 스톱. 진짜 큰 영웅이다. 우리 그거 그때 상하이에서 봤었던 거. 오케이. 한 번만 안 하려고 했는데 제가 이렇게 아홉으로서 무대에 설 수 있었잖아요. 되게 우여곡절이 많았잖아요. 근데
They're like, please no. It's okay. Like, this is me getting a little spoiler for the next episode, but it's okay. Like I said, there's just like so many emotions that like go through their like minds, you know, when it comes to like the ending ments for this. He's like, I wanted to look pretty, like I didn't want to cry again, but you know, it's like I think it makes it more harder or difficult, like when it's like the last day of like the fan con, because like you know it's the last day.
로켓단 여러분들께 너무너무 고맙다고 얘기해주고 싶었어요. 이제는 포화라고 부르게 됐지만 항상 옆에서 응원해주고 사랑해주고 격려해줘서 너무너무 고마워요. 여러분들이 있어서 제가 지금 여기 있어요. 감사합니다. 네, 그럼 지금까지 마무리했습니다.
They're like everyone's like group hug again. That's the patting with the mic. Ah, candies!
다음에 또 만나요, 여러분.
망가지기 전에
Did you say your makeup's like coming off?
Thank you so much.
in like every single language. I'm pushing him.
저녁 꼭 챙겨 먹고요.
바이바이. 다음에 또 봐요.
고마워요.
봐요.
포아 사랑해요. 친구와도 사랑해요.
I think it's just like it's just always hard. I feel he's like I don't want to like it to end. Yeah, I think it's just like when like I mentioned before in like the yesterday's video or today's video that I dropped for the like Ments and the games and stuff like that. I was saying like it's always that feeling of like oh like well now it's like that more so, even more so that for them like it's like the last day, so they're just like oh like once it's over like you can't experience it again, you can't like you know it's gonna be a memory you know now from now on like because you went through it like that. And then also like for how long did they practice and like win over things to prepare for this for these 2 days, especially because you know like it's a lot of like blood sweat and tears that they put into it. And you know it's you know again very much like special that it's like the first event of the year, so it makes it that much more meaningful. Like I said, also with you know Chang finally coming back from his hiatus and getting to start off on a good foot, you know. So it's just, and then also like with it being closer to like oh it's almost gonna be like not almost like we have a couple of months still left, but like it's getting to that part where like oh it's already gonna be like almost a year that since they debuted. So I think it's just you know them also like kind of realizing how much they've accomplished within such a short time, and like you know it already being like the new year like and kind of getting to review like the like everything that they've done for like the like for 2025. So it's like all kind of like getting together and like along with like you know just like the feelings that they've already like felt of like how long it took them to get to this point, right? But yeah, like I said, for the day 2 it's definitely you can see how more comfortable, how much more playful, and how you know things are a lot more not as like you know nerve-wracking, because I feel like for day 1 it's always like oh my god like oh like it's here like oh like we've like it's finally here like day 1, you know it's like the nerves like even though like we'll probably get nerves every single time they perform, but I think once they get like since they've already done a whole day of it for day 1, it makes it a lot more comfortable and a lot more easier in my opinion for day 2, because you're just like oh like if there are anything like if there are any like ashwol like you know like regretful like feelings from day 1 that they wish they could have changed something from like or like fix like certain like aspects of like the performance, they have day 2 to like do that. And for sure you could definitely see like how much more comfortable, how much more in their element, how much more like eggyo, how much more like gestures they were doing. You could tell like they were more like playing with each other, interacting, like they were just being really silly while in the middle of performing, and you could just see how much like more like alive like on their face, like you know what I mean, like the more like of that enjoyment for sure, like where kind of how like the feelings of like nervousness have like kind of like washed away for day 2. But yeah, so I will say, like I said, I do like how they ended up changing, like because I feel like that's a given thing for like if they have more than one day for a fan con where they kind of like change up a little bit of what songs they did. So I am glad that they you know still ended up doing Ignition, Butterfly, and Mamma Mia, because those are like the 3 staples of what from and We Ready as well from University, and kind of like paying homage or like throwing it back to like quote unquote like their roots of that being from the survival and being like the most memorable, and them even putting it on the first album of Who We Are, right? So I love that they did that. And then for the like I said for the surprise stages, like for sure I was like I liked how my answer was really much answered really quick. My question was really much answered really quickly, right? With how I was wondering how they went about splitting it up, and now we know that you know Daisuke was the one who was like, I want to try doing mic drop this time, like do something different than doing pop. Which I'm just like I still liked the both songs, right? But I was very much like just surprised or thrown off that you know Daisuke was in it, and then. Like I said, I would love to see them do something a little bit more stronger in the future, but we don't know if that will happen or not, or like either way, like I'm happy with what music they have right now. So it just leaves me curious to see what they'll end up doing in the future for this year for comebacks and stuff like that. But yeah, so hopefully, obviously, after this, since this has ended already, they are gonna be going to Japan to do I think a fan con as well a couple of days there, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what it was. And then obviously, like I mentioned before in the last two videos, SB Town teased that I think pretty sure that it's gonna be AHOP having a fan con again in February. So it's definitely gonna have them be really busy for the beginning of the year. So like I always say, like I just hope that no one gets hurt, that they take care of each other and their health, prioritize that first, and just make sure that they get to enjoy it as well. And like, because like I said, fan cons, it's always like about enjoying it and living in the moment. And obviously once like it's over, and then it becomes like a good memory, right? But kind of getting to just live in that moment, and just no matter how busy they get, just kind of enjoy how that time, right, that they spent. But anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I hope y'all look forward to my day 2 men's and games and video for that, and I shall see you in the next one.